Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.
UK Dream es el próximo disco de Sleaford Mods. El dúo de Reino Unido está presentando su placa más reciente, un trabajo extraordinario, espectacular, uno de los discos más interesantes de lo que llevamos de 2023. Pero para platicar más detalles de este nuevo material discográfico, tenemos el gusto de conectar en esta videollamada con Jason Williamson, que es el 50% de Sleaford Mods. Hola, Jason.
Hola, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm good, thank you very much.
Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
In the UK?
I am, yes. Doing press and getting prepared for the album coming out on Friday.
Yes, we are a few days away of releasing your new album, UK Dream. Amazing sound, amazing album.
Thank
I have
you.
the privilege to listen. And I found, mate, an amazing album. Blows my mind.
Thank you very much. That really means a lot. Thank you.
I think it's very important to have bands like Sleaford Mods that still have this touch about what is happening in your society, in your environment, in your city, your country. It's important to say what is wrong.
It is, yeah. All the time. I don't think. I think life isn't supposed to be fair, is it? So, whilst we have to endure this for most of our lives, most people have to endure it. I think it's absolutely essential to talk about it all of the time, or as much as you feel you need to. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. A lot of people say, at least in Mexico, that it's important not to talk about politics, religion, or football if you don't want to have a hard conversation with your mates or with your family. But I think it's very important to talk about all these things, especially politics.
Yeah, it is. But we're not football fans, but you don't have to be, do you? I suppose, but. Yeah, it's important. Of course it is. With friends, sometimes, politics can be a bit, as you well know. Do you want to create an argument? Sometimes I can't be bothered, but it is. It's important. Of course it is, to discuss it with a greater audience. If you've got a platform like we have, then it's important.
The world is living hard times, so it's more and more important each day for us as a society to understand more what is happening around us.
Yes, of course, without a doubt. I think that some people don't want to understand and therefore won't listen. But I find it a constant source of inspiration. The various strands of philosophy that you can go down, various routes of philosophy you can go down, trying to make sense of the world around you. You know what I mean?
Yes, and the power of music in getting people conscious is very important.
Yes, to a certain degree. I don't know if music can change people's minds. I don't know if it can change a mass audience's minds. But I certainly believe that it can help to change some people's minds, yeah.
Absolutely. So, Jason, what can you tell us about the process of creating UK Dream? Because I figured that you write and produce some of the songs during the last of the pandemic, correct?
Yeah, we started doing writing around sort of late 2020, early 2021. It was a slow process, one that we didn't rush into. We started sort of laying demos down about sort of April 2021, and then sort of when we went back touring that year, we just in and out of recording every 6 months or something. And we did it that way. It took quite a long time, this one, about 1.5 years.
Well, it's interesting how you take your time to make each song, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, because, Spare Ribs was such a big album for us, the last album. So I wasn't necessarily worried about creating something just as good, because you just can't do that. So it was important for me to write something that was of the same quality, but it was going to be different. Do you know what I mean?
You have a few collaborations, but very important collaborations, one with Perry Farrell. And I read that he actually looked for you, right?
Yes, he got in touch with us around sort of March 2021 and asked us if we fancied doing some songs. So we said, yeah, we jumped at it. We didn't do many. We only did the one, but we'd already demoed So Trendy. So it was just a case of basically realizing that he would really suit the track. So we sent the track over to him. I had a quick meeting with him online, and we discussed what he needed to do, which I said, just do whatever you want. He's a really cool guy, you know what I mean? So it took about 6 months to write the song, but we were really happy with it.
And you work in the studio together, or it was a distance?
It was kind of like, we did it remotely, definitely, yeah.
Cool. And the other collaboration with Florence Shaw from Dry Cleaning. It's cool to have an amazing emerging artist like Florence.
Oh God, yeah, totally with that. She's brilliant. A band, Dry Cleaning, are brilliant. We really, we're big fans of them. So it was a big thing to sort of, when she agreed to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Other thing that it's important for a musician is to make videos to support the singles, right? And you guys make amazing videos like UK Dream. How was the process with the director to make this collage, these images, these mind-blowing videos?
That was with a guy called Cold War Steve and John Minton. Both of these people, well, Cold War Steve is quite a famous artist in England. He's really popular for creating these kind of montages of all these corrupt political figures. So it occurred to us that that'd be a good thing to do. He wasn't very good at animating stuff. He wasn't sure how to do that. So we got together with a guy called John Minton, who our manager had worked with on previous stuff. And so those two got together and brought it to life, really. It's brilliant. It's a really good video. It's possibly one of the best we've done. And we were just quite surprised as to why we haven't worked with him before, you know what I mean?
I know, because nowadays a lot of people said that there are no longer music channels in TV to watch videos, but we have an amazing platform like YouTube, so we can watch anything we want.
Yes, basically, you know what I mean? So, sorry, what was the end bit to the question? My apologies.
No problem. That now we can have these kind of platforms that give us the opportunity to see videos or listen music everywhere, anytime.
Completely, the world has become a smaller place, hasn't it? It's. Yes. I never thought for 1 minute I would have any interest from, countries like Mexico or anywhere,
Yes.
But here we are, you know what I mean?
So, Jason, you will have a very busy 2022. You will release UK Green this Friday in March 10. And then you follow your tour. You will play in the UK, in Europe, in Australia, in Coachella. Mate, you have a very busy 2023.
Yes, very busy indeed. But got to do it, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yes.
While it's there, and hopefully long may it continue, you know what I mean?
And you will play in Alexander Palace in December.
That is in December, yes. That's going to be our biggest UK show to date. So we're hoping that comes off, you know what I mean?
Is it hard? Is it difficult for you to make a show for festivals and make a show for your own gigs? Is it so different, or how do you make that?
It's the same. What do you mean by difficult? Sorry.
If because in a festival you have a limited time and maybe you can't play all the songs that you want to, right?
Yes, yeah, no, yeah. Festival sets are normally shorter. Yeah, but no, it's not a problem. It doesn't matter to us really. We just rearrange the set and that's it. But sometimes festivals can be very quiet. People aren't necessarily there to see you, so you've got to prepare yourself for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And you will play in the United States in one of the most important festivals like Coachella. Have you played there?
No, not yet. So we're looking forward to it.
I'm pretty sure that you will have an amazing time playing your album in not only in the US, but all the places that you will visit. You will have a great time. You will release UK Green through Rook Trade Records, correct?
Yes.
I was working with them.
Good, yeah, it was all right. Brilliant. They're a label that we love. You know what I mean? They're the best label in this country, really, for me. So it is a very good relationship.
Because the independent labels make an amazing job in music industry nowadays, letting the artists to do their things, to make music, and they make the things that maybe are less sexy in the music industry, right? But also important.
Sorry, what was that?
The independent labels make a job that is less sexy in the music industry, but important.
Oh, gotcha. Important, yeah. A lot of independent labels are, kind of responsible for a lot of progression in music. You know what I mean? So they're important. Of course they are. Yeah, definitely.
So, Jason, when will you come to Mexico?
Mexico, hopefully next year.
Okay.
All being well.
Looking forward to see you live here in Mexico. In the meantime, we can listen in all streaming platforms on March 10, your latest record, UK Green, and you are also published the album in physical formats, correct?
Yes, it's coming out on vinyl, CD, and across all streaming platforms.
We can find it in your own website or in the Rook Trade website.
Go to our website, sleafordmods.com, and you can buy it there.
And I think it's important, Jason, to listen an album in a physical format because you can understand the whole concept on the narrative of an album.
I think so, yeah. They sound better as well, they're just a more complete version of it, definitely.
Absolutely. So, Jason, congratulations on UK Green, amazing album. Looking forward to see you guys here in Mexico.
Thank you very much.
Jason Williamson from Sleaford Mods, thank you so much for this chat with Rutas Alternas.
Thank you. Take care.
Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.